my name is Amit,
My name's Ray.
and we are watching a
Creepy ghost hunting story.
by Llama.
Llama Arts.
We came across this amazing YouTube channel that have animated horror stories, and I think some of them are real also. I'm not sure. Do you know if these stories are real?
You're the one that showed me.
I don't know.
No clue.
I think some of them are like people send those stories to the guy who makes these.
So it's their
animations.
experience.
I think so. Yeah. So because it seems like these stories are real. So I don't know, but anyways, the animation is really good, and we thought that this is something we want to react to. So let's watch the latest, a creepy ghost hunting story.
This happened about 5 years ago when I was 21. Me and my friend Seth got into this app which showed you ghosts. We'd go out ghost hunting, but nothing much would happen.
Have you ever done this?
Sometimes a dot would appear on one of our
Does this even
phones
work?
and it would say random words.
Do they
And
have
we would
some-
ask,
Yeah,
how did
usually
you
that-
die?
Yeah, there's so many
Stuff
apps
like
now.
that. And sometimes the answers lined up, but it was mostly random. One night, around 2 a.m., Seth suggested going to the cemetery to see if the app picked anything up. I was hesitant,
Good
but
idea.
I nervously
Playing with
agreed.
fire. That's all I'm saying.
We started making our way through the neighborhood towards the cemetery. It was weird as the streets are normally lined with cars, but they were empty on this night. We walked down the middle of the road with the app running, but it wasn't picking anything up. We finally made it to the cemetery, which was a small, family-owned one where they only buried their own. Seth went up to the gate and started shouting, hoping to get a response on the app, but nothing happened. I was standing in the road, feeling unsettled, when Seth starts yelling, "Is that all you've got?" I told him to stop disrespecting the dead and we should leave. He tried being funny, saying, "Oh, I'll make them show up," and jumped the gate and started stomping on the graves while screaming, "Come on, show us something."
Disrespect.
All of a sudden,
That's
our
right
phone
there.
said something at the same time. I looked down at my phone and it was there. We both just stood there, looking at each other when 10 or so red dots appeared on the radar, and it said it again. When I looked back up from my phone, Seth was next to me. I said, "We have got to go." As soon as I said that, we could hear the street lights turning off one by one from the
Well,
top of the
if they're
street,
having the
getting closer
same,
to us.
things happening
We took off running as fast as we
like
could.
both the phones.
We got about halfway into the neighborhood before running out of breath and having to stop. I felt like I was gonna throw up from being scared and winded. Then I heard my phone say something. It was muffled, but I knew what it said. Being too scared to look at my phone, I looked at Seth, who looked terrified. He nodded at me to get my phone out, so I slowly pulled it out, and it said my name across the top.
Bro.
I turned my phone off and said,
Get out of there.
"Screw this. I'm done." We made our way back to my house and had a cigarette to calm down. We were talking about what just happened, almost not believing it,
You brought the ghost
when I
home.
heard my phone again. This time it was my sister's name. We just stood there, frozen, not saying a word, when it went off again and said my brother's name. I took my phone out, turned it on, and deleted the app. I asked Seth to stay the night, but he refused. I can't blame him.
I hope he took out the
When I
cigarette
finally got to
off.
sleep
That is
that
like,
night,
oh,
I dreamt a
bro, I'm
muffled
not staying
voice
tonight.
repeating the word over and
Any other
over.
night, not tonight.
I'm
I started
out.
to wake up and the words became clearer. My phone was off,
Have fun,
with
bro.
the battery out. But when I turned it over, it was lit up with the app running. It had a red dot about 6 feet from me, still repeating.
No way. No way. No way. Bro. Bro.
I woke up the next
Just
morning and went to the
before.
bathroom. I had a razor-thin cut from my left shoulder to my right hip. I don't know what happened that night, and nothing has happened to me since. Needless to
He
say,
did that to himself.
I don't mess with that kind of stuff anymore.
Oh, bro.
Dude. Yeah, bro.
Llama arts.
So,
Thanks,
what do you
man.
think?
See, I have seen, I have heard these kind of stories about the ghost kind of hunting or maybe, you know, messing around with that kind of energy. Like a few of my friends, this is the real story. A few of my friends back home in India, they went for some ghost hunting in the night. So there was this haunted house that nobody, in my city, that nobody used to go in the night. Because a lot of accidents used to happen in front of it. And
Dude.
yeah, and all of them, they went, and when they came back, so one of the guy who was going actually inside that house, it was like totally broken. So anyways, when they came back, uh, the guy who went too much inside the house, who was messing around
Yeah.
in that property, he became purple.
Okay. Just
And-
like his face, or just
No,
the
no,
whole?
his whole body. His face was more purple, but he was whole purple, and for the next 3-4 days that didn't go away,
What?
and they were like really worried what happened.
Wait, like,
And I'm sure that nothing bit him because there was no poison or nothing else. He just became purple. So I see that kind of things happening. Like he had that line, that bloodline.
it does this job.
Yeah, the guy is making it like alone.
It's perfect.
You know, so
Yeah.
for one guy making it's amazing. Super. Okay guys, thanks for watching this, and hopefully see you next time.